Hello everyone, it is Erin Flutter here, and I am here looking at the September subscription box from Archer and Olive. This is the 2022 version of the sub box. I have shockingly saved myself from any spoilers outside of how the box looks, which I'm, again, in complete shock that I was able to do that. But let's go ahead and start with the packaging, which is just so beautiful. And so we can already kind of get the vibes. It's giving me kind of enchanted foresty, which I guess that's what it says here, vibes, plus like, the like dried fruit kind of platter photos that you see around Christmas. It's also giving me that vibe, especially with all of the ribbons. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to give you the sneak peek, and then we're going to go into every single thing that is in this box. And there's tape on it. I was successfully, I can prove that I didn't open it yet because I forgot to untape that part. Okay, so sneak peek. Okay, again, I don't know how many items are in here. I know that there now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. That looks right. So let's go ahead and get into it. We kind of already see some of the things that are in here because they're actually labeled, which is fantastic. But the vibes, colors, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start with the small items. So we have an ink pad. I assume this is for the alphabet stamps. That is also in here. So brown ink pad. We have, might as well open up the alphabet stamps next, because those would go together. Ooh, I like the wood box. I mean, it is a staple of Archer and Olive at this point that the packaging is like immaculate. So I'm super into it. So you can see those and its little wood pieces, which honestly, this is just a gorgeous set. Let's be honest. Gorgeous, gorgeous set. So all capitals plus an exclamation point and a question mark, which that's nice. I don't see a lot of them doing punctuation. And if you wanted to do just the period, because I do see periods a lot in these alphabet sets, what you can do is you can tape off the top of it, ink up, and then take the washi tape off, and then you get just the period. So just a little hack there if you are interested in getting periods out of your sets. So again, gorgeous. Let's go ahead into this, which is translucent stickers. I like that they're labeling it. That's cute. And in Vellum, which is just gorgeous. These are so great for doing cover pages for monthlies. So we have a little triangle house. So this reminds me of like a mountain town. They have a lot of these triangle homes. We have a little fig. Is that what that is? A little orange piece and florals wrapped in ribbon. Let's go ahead and put that on in there. Let's go ahead and do the decorative tape next, set of 4. So we have the patterns in a pink and a maroon color. So it's the 2 patterns over and over again. one with a pine cone, one with the, I want to say it's a fig. I'm not great at that. Then we have a vertical washi tape, which I guess you can also do as horizontal, but this looks like it's designed vertically because of how the ribbons and things point, which is lovely, with a little border. And there's a couple different versions. 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of the little accent piece, the florals and the ribbons. We have the triangle house with florals, so brown on brown. I like these lighter, the darker on lighter tones. I wish that there were like gold accents on here. And this, see, this one's a little bit harder because it is light on dark. I'm not sure if you can see the pattern very well. So it's a little triangle heart, basically, with a dot over and under. It's kind of inverting. So I wish this was the other way, that it was a lighter green and then the darker green on that, because this is very hard to see. At least in my lighting it is. Or if this could have been the gold. Ooh, gold on that dark green would have been nice. So I wish there were gold accents, because I like all the gold accents in here. And I will link you back to Bonnie's video from Archer and Olive. I assume she did a video. Again, I tried to avoid spoilers, so I did not see it. Because I never know at this point if these are duplicates or not. Some of these colors look familiar, but maybe not exact. Archer and Olive has a tendency to do things that are like, that it would be slightly darker or slightly lighter. This one reminds me of a color that we've had, as does this one. I don't remember this one. This reminds me of like the fall last year, I think. Honestly, I can't remember. I will try to link you to that video so you can know if these are singular to this box or not. And these do not have a color label on them, like their newer sets have had. So no color name on them, and a set of 5 acrylographs. Let's move on. Vintage inspired ribbon, set of 3. Oh, these are lovely. Oh, these are cute. What I will do with them, I don't know. I think this could be really, really cute. Honestly, this reminds me of like a little girl's nursery, and like doing the neutral version of a rainbow, and like maybe you have like a canvas of that and have like little ribbons, and you have it in, yeah. I don't know. That's what's coming to my mind right now, looking at these, but very, very cute and very, 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 very beautiful. So that's the vintage inspired ribbon. A wooden ruler. We like wooden things. I do enjoy wooden things. The aesthetic is beautiful. Speaking of aesthetics, the entire aesthetic of my office has changed, which I am just loving. Ooh, this is nice. I wish that this were the darker wood, but this is a beautiful piece. I love all the things that they're doing with like these little cutouts. That is beautiful. We love accents for photos. That's what that reminds me of. Accents for photos. Okay. Let's go on to the flower press. For instructions, there's a QR code for folks that do not know how to use this. Okay, see, and then this would have been helpful for me to look at any sort of thing earlier so that I can tell you what this is, because I actually have absolutely no idea. I don't know why I keep trying to take it off. So I usually put this caveat at the beginning of the video, but I'll put it in here now. If you are a person that just likes notebooks and pens, I will say over and over again, the Archer and Olive subscription box may not be for you. Okay, I don't know what this is. The flower press. Oh no. Okay, now I'm gonna go I'm gonna go watch the video really quick so I understand what's happening here. Okay, now that I've watched instructions. So, the whole idea is you would put, so this is, I've never actually done this with a flower press before. I've just done it in old books, where you have a flower that gets picked. You would put the flower in here. You would put it on the other side, put this on top, and you can do this on multiple layers, right? You put all of your flowers back into here and then squeeze this tight. I should have, well, it's raining outside, so I can't really do it right now. I should have gone outside and gotten a flower. And then you would put all of these, oh no, wing nuts back on. And then you would tighten all of these wing nuts so that it is pressing it down into the floor so your flower gets pressed flat. So again, I have done this in old books. I've never actually done it with an actual flower press. But like I was saying before, if you are into trying new things, the subscription box is going to be for you. If you want to get exposed to different things. If you just want a notebook and pens, if you are strictly stationary, the subscription box is probably not for you. And that's fine. There were a lot of times when I was on the design team and a lot of folks were like, oh, I hate doing blah, 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 blah. I hate getting blah, 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 blah. And why don't they just put more notebooks and more pens in? And that's all fine and dandy. But how Archer and Olive wants to run their business, and it's their business to run, they want to try out new things to see what folks like and to expose people to different things that they may not have been exposed to before. If you had never done flower pressing before, now this is a way for you to get exposed into that world and try it out for yourself, you know? And doing the flower press is actually a really cute idea for when you are journaling. I would love to be able to scatter flowers in my journal. So it's to each their own. You can always incorporate it into your lifestyle, into your notebooks. But again, this is something that is not going to be a favorite of people that are getting the subscription box because it's not a stationary item. And I just want to continue to reiterate every single video that I do of these, that the subscription box is you're guaranteed one notebook and a set of pens. And that's it for stationery. If you want only stationery items, you might as well just buy what you want from their store instead of a subscription box if you are only settled on stationery. So that little caveat aside, there is the flower press. Very cute idea. And then let's get into what everyone is going to want is these dot grid notebooks. So there are 2 notebooks that I already see in here. This is 112 dot grid pages. Ooh, I already see the notebook cover, and I love. Cute, cute, cute. I am loving all the brown leather that they're doing lately. Vegan leather that they're doing lately. And I love rings. I love the look of this. This would be such a cute little like field journal. I wonder if it would be cute to like kind of interlace the ribbon in here. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things for the ribbon because the ribbon is not my strong suit. I don't have ribbons. But I wonder if interlacing in this would be a super cute idea. And obviously we have the gold accent. So I love the triangle mountain house ski resort mountain type thing. I love. So that's 112 dot grid pages. And then let's get to the big boy, big honker, which looks like a B5, smells like a B5. We'll test if it's a B5, because it doesn't say quite on here if it is B5 sized. But if it smells like a duck, looks like a duck, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's get into it. Oh, and this is the design, except inverted. Every other one is inverted. That is on here, in case you weren't able to see. Ooh, is that like suede? Felt? I don't know. It's real nice. Ooh, and the rose gold accent on there with the gold floral accent on the front. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love the inside of this. That's so beautiful. And then you have the gilded edges. It's a dot grid. Is this their bright white? All right. This is from their last subscription box. Oh yeah, definitely vintagey. Not the bright white. Which I love. I love this. It's still thick, but definitely more of that vintage look, not the bright white paper that they're known for. So that's really nice. And then let's see. Yep, B5 size. And with a cute little tie. Ooh, that's adorable. That's so cute. I love. Okay, so let's go over it. So we have the B5 notebook, which B5s have been all the rage lately. I assume this is more B6 size because it's definitely not an A5. I think it's a B6 size. And that's typically what their 112 are. Their 112 pages are. We have the flower press. We have the ribbons. Like I said, I think it would be nice to like kind of intertwine the ribbons in here. I think that would be adorable. We have the wooden ruler. We have the ink pad with the alphabet stamps. We have the stickers, great for your cover pages. We have the washi tape right here. And then, of course, the acrylographs. I wish there were like a really deep green of these acrylographs now that I'm looking at this. And then the yellow seems a little off. I like these three together, although I wish that were a darker green. And then I wish this one were maybe closer to the maroon. And then the yellow seems off. I wish there were a blue in there. But for the acrylographs, they can only pick certain colors. There's not, like, you can't have every spectrum of the rainbow because that's just not how paint mixing quite works when it comes to the acrylographs. So there's only certain things that their manufacturers can manufacture color-wise. I do know that for a fact. Although, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, with the orange accents, this, never mind, I like the orange. The yellow, I'm still about. Okay, so that is all the items. I am going to leave this for all of you to decide what is worth it for you now that you've seen all the items, because this is a personal thing for everyone when it comes to making a decision on spending a lot of money like this, is what is worth it for me. I am into trying new things. I am into wooden rulers. I am into stamps. I am into trying a bunch of stuff. So I always find the subscription box to be worth it personally. But I also do this for a living. So, I mean, I'm paying the same amount as everyone else getting these subscription boxes. But I love showing things off for people. So, I mean, I'm going to get compensation on this video, not from Archer and Olive, but from AdSense, from people watching it because they're interested. So I consider that basically a discount on my subscription box. But I'm going to leave that up to you, because for some people, this is their hobby. This is their self-care. This is their, you know, the one thing that they get every quarter for themselves, and that makes it extra worth it. If you're not into non-stationary items, maybe it's not worth it for you. But I just want to lay everything out there so that you guys can go ahead and see what is in the box and make that decision for yourself. So thank you so much. I hope you love this video. I hope you like my reactions to them, even if my explanations stink. I hope you like my reaction to the box itself. So I will see you next time. Have a great one. Bye, everyone.